Danganronpa.
Now then.
Hoo. It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
The hell you saying?
Wait a second. What result? Voting time hasn't happened yet. Yes, it has. Don't you remember, Monosuke? No, it hasn't. You're the one who doesn't remember, Monotaro.
Uh-oh.
Aw, man, you're right. Silly me. I'm so forgetful. Wow. I didn't expect you to all get so worked up over such a small lie. You kids are pretty gullible, huh?
Now then.
Well, anyway, let's just skip this class trial and jump ahead to Chapter 3.
The hell you saying?
Wait a second. We don't know the culprit yet. Yeah, who killed Rantaro? That was Chapter 1's case. How can you be this forgetful? What a perfect opening for this video. Oh man, we have so much case to get through.
Another shocking truth revealed.
Is Monokuma snoring?
Back to square one.
Square one? If Square won, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
Wow! What does that mean?
Wow.
It means he doesn't want to get involved in another pointless argument, like this one.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
You're one to talk.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video? Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Hey, at least I remembered that detail.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video? It would have had to be someone who knew who had each pad. Oh, for the love of God, Kokichi.
It's you!
That would be Kokichi.
Cubs pads, gotta catch them all. I even got the pads belonging to the people who aren't here. Now everyone can watch their motive video. You son of a bitch.
So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Suspected? What for?
Hirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos. That's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
It is quite selfish to keep this information hidden because you were not in the mood.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime. I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony. Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
Nope, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party. I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday. So you still suspect me? I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I'm not lying. I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime. I'm telling the truth.
Is it a lie or the truth? This is the turning point. This will change the fate of this case. And I said I would believe in Kaito, and that means believing in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going, just like Haide did. You need to stop saying that, man.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
I can't say the two of them met now. That's too obvious a lie. So if I can convince them that Maki met up with someone.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
Let's see, Maki was standing guard in front of her lab last night. So, do I use a perjury to say that I also met Maki? No, it can't be the Monokuma file, right? Go to his account. That has to do with the, what happened during the show. Whoops. I scroll down, there we go. I think that's my best bet.
Load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
I feel like we gotta use the Maki truth bullet, but I don't know on what.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim,
I don't know. Can't say the two of them met now. I mean, that's what my instinct says to do, but Suichi says it's not what to do. If I can convince them that Maki met up with someone.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Fuck, I messed it up.
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
Still got plenty of time.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
That's not it.
Damn it!
Yeah, that's what he warned me not to
I met
do.
with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see
Oh, maybe the contradiction is that if no one... I don't know.
those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place.
Nope.
I was wrong!
I met
I don't know. My logic was maybe that no one could prove that it didn't take
with
place.
Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did it?
Let's read over these again. I think the Monokuma file has anything for me.
Anyone
Right, Gonta's account has to do with the show.
see those two together?
The night before, Suichi and some of the others were forced to stay in the ultimate entomologist lab, but Gonta was tricked by Kokichi. Himiko and Angie were brought in 5 minutes to 9 p.m. Kokichi left the lab at 9 p.m. Suichi and the others were forced to participate in the insect meet and greet until after 11 p.m. Could this be used as evidence to say that not enough people were even like outside of this room to have witnessed it happen?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie.
This is my next guess.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see
Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
That's not it either. Was I on the right thing?
Oh
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
no! Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yeah. Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took place,
No one can prove this meeting took place.
then there is no reason to believe your testimony, I'm afraid.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting
took place. That's not it. Man, what is it?
Ryoma the
What a load of crap!
Maki only
See Ryoma at night? Yes, I didn't meet
anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one can prove that this meeting took
place. That's it.
I'll reveal the truth. I might not be able to prove they met, but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
Oh, please explain.
Well, Kaito and I train together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything.
Yeah, play it cool.
Anyway, we were doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
What?
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Wait a minute! If you heard their voices, then that means...
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
No, hold up! Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now, we don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked. We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right. You can believe me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him too.
Belief shall set you free!
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar, especially after we believed him for so long. We wouldn't be able to trust anyone anymore. Well, it's not like he's lying anyway.
All right, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
So, everyone is culprit again?
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning, but...
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think so. We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? Maki was with Ryoma around midnight, so it couldn't have been before nighttime. And it couldn't have been the morning after. That leaves...
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, dick cheese?
Dick cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
No one can slip by me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
What a terrible title for a guard.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
Himiko would have seen it. She might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone! Gonta sure if we discuss disagreement.
I see through your arguments. Disagreement? What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again? Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds!
Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again?
Seems like our opinions are split on this matter. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. All we have to do is show them and make them accept it. If I can't get them to see the truth now, my lie would have been for nothing. It won't fail. Alright, I think I remember how this game plays. This is so ridiculous. When was the body put in the piranha tank?
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit?
Remember that you can't enter the gym at night.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
This is hard.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
But should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place?
Tsumugi is the only one talking about the announcement. We should focus on the simplest statement first, then argue accordingly.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Angie!
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit?
Himiko!
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at...
Kaito!
Rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
I've got this! You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
Maki!
Entering the pool at night's what's off limits, not the pool area itself. But should we trust Maki's testimony in the first place?
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony too.
There we go.
It's true that you cannot enter the gym at nighttime, but a corpse could. I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. The curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window. The window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
I know! They used the ladder in the gym! You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right? So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
No, I don't think that method is possible because the ladder doesn't reach the window from the pool side.
That's it! The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy. Then Gonta used his tard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies or ladders.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible!
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
How the culprit moved the body from the window. Ha! You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow him all away with the truth.
I actually don't know that yet.
What?
The culprit definitely moved the body through the window, but I don't know how.
Seriously?
Serves you right! You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty! Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks!
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi!
I know. I have to do something, but...
I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Damn. Am I really not good enough? Am I no good as a detective? I can't do this. I can't.
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
Yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet? That's strange.
Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
Himikawa under the bridge?
If we can determine where this all started, we can determine how it ended. Yes, it's much too soon to quit. The trial's only just begun.
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
God damn. I mean, I pretty much figured out where he died before we started the trial. It had to be in the sink in his lab, right?
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning. There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drown in toilet? Impossible!
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool. Even if you use magic, there's no other way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
Nah, that little turd drowned in the toilet.
Shut your mouth, you noisy sow.
Why would that be an agree point? The cause of death is a certainty. Ryoma drowned in water. Pool seems like the obvious answer, but I have my doubts.
First, let's establish the crime scene.
Wasn't it the dorm room? Ryoma was relaxing in his room when he got attacked.
But the cause of death was drowning. There's nothing in his room that could collect enough water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Oh, I see. They want me to contradict that he couldn't have drowned in the pool at nighttime because of the pool rules. Because you can't swim during nighttime. And I assume the assumption is that while it doesn't matter whether or not Ryoma goes into the pool Oh, it does matter, because obviously he'd have to be alive to drown there. So the second he would go in as an alive person, he'd be breaking the rules. Also, the water might be like too shallow to where it might be impossible for someone to actually use the pool to drown him without going in themselves.
Drown in toilet? Impossible!
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool.
Did I
Even
miss?
if you use magic, there's no other way.
Yeah, I missed.
Well, it must be the pool then.
No.
Shut your mouth,
Damn
you
it.
noisy sow.
We got attacked.
Drowning. There's room that could collect enough water.
Doesn't he?
Drown in toilet? Impossible!
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool.
That's wrong!
Well, they get the V point, but whatever.
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime. No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
Yep, a dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying. In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Quit being so gloomy! This is the year of the Jets! Fuck the Patriots!
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue. Where is it? I know it's one of the last ones we got. Is it just the scratch sink? I guess that's the only clue I got for it. Let's go with this.
This is it!
The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
And I believe those scratches were caused by.
What were they caused by? That's a good question. I don't know. The handcuffs, maybe? If Ryoma was drowned in the sink, what made the scratches? Let's see. Put that away. Locked handcuffs that were in the water tank for the Underwater Escape Act, since it's made out of stainless steel. It seems to have taken... I don't know. That might be it. I feel like it's either that or the cable, but I'm gonna go with the handcuffs.
This is it!
Yeah.
The handcuffs. They were scratched as well, correct?
Oh yeah, sort of looked like they'd been scraped against something.
There's also the fact that the handcuffs were from Ryoma's lab. The marks on the sink came from the handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Stop saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shukuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little ol' me. I'm just talking to myself.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lap, right? That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
All right, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
I'd like to point out that Miyu is actually a little bit suspicious for me here, just because Miyu is the only other person we ever saw inside that research lab the first time we visited it.
But how did the culprit carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? The window?
There! The shortcut is the window in Ryoma's lab.
The window?
That's right. None of the windows in this school open. Except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Do you think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete!
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this!
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Not necessarily. We learned a lot of important information. Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab, the case has become clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get from the 3rd floor window to the gym. Alright then, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely. A psychic taxi, finally, or psyche taxi. When you have to deduce how things are connected, psyche taxi will start up. The objective of this mode is to gather the letter cubes lying around to form the question. Use the circle button to accelerate, and the L stick to move left and right. By picking the letter cubes floating around, you can complete the question. Once you've completed the question, you head toward the escort that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, they'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. Also, there will be other cars on the road. If you hit those, you will take focus energy damage. If it's getting dangerous, use R1 to concentrate, stay calm, and avoid them. Please drive safely, enjoy the ride. Please respond at your earliest convenience. Oh, system. Alright, this minigame was in the demo. And I quite like it compared to the Danganronpa 2 equivalent, the, what was it called, like Mind Dive or something like that? So I prefer this thing. Also, I found it to be really easy in the demo, but I'm sure it probably gets much harder as the game goes on. Something very arcade-ish about it. Body was brought from where? Well, the third floor window, right? His research lab. Thinking time. So we should get two options here. Lab window, lab door. Stay on the left. Next question. Can't tell which one's closer, the one on the left. This takes all my concentration. It doesn't control perfectly well, you just gotta nudge it a little bit. You also haven't seen any other cars yet. I'm sure it'll become more prevalent. Got them all. The body was brought to the gym from where? The gym window. Feels like this minigame is just answering what we already know. Whatever. Ooh, these are a little harder to see with the color combination. Oh, there are the other cars. I think one negative is that this minigame definitely takes longer than the Danganronpa 2 one. Just stay away from you, play it safe. Oh, Monokuma. The first time I've seen that. How is it moved from the classroom window to the gym window? Must be that cable, the tennis set cable. Gonna get 3 from window to window. I mean, it must be that cable, right? It's like some sort of pulley system.
I've got it! Ryoma's body was moved directly from his lab to the gym.
Directly? Don't tell me they threw the body from window to window. I mean, we're talking about a body. It's not like tossing a baseball, you know.
No, I don't believe he was thrown, but perhaps another way.
What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, they can connect the 2 windows and move the body to the gym.
Equipment to connect the windows. I believe it was found near the body. It was? Oh, crap, I don't remember. Oh, the rope. I completely fucking forgot about this thing. Oh, it wasn't accurate enough. I did not line up my cursor perfectly well.
There!
God frickin' Danganronpa.
The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Atua can reveal.
How did it end up in like such a perfect place down there at the bottom?
What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, The rope had been moved backstage for some reason.
Huh.
It's a mysterious mystery. Only Atua knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows, according to the sign at the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
Wait, who said that?
Even if the rope was long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, Gonta think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one, though.
Oh, then it impossible. Sorry.
No, I'm sure there's another rope, or at least something that could be used as a rope. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about this one for a while. Where is it? There we go.
This is it!
The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so. First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side.
Thank goodness there's a freaking diagram of this, because this is getting confusing.
And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
Wow, that's amazing, Gonta! You're so knowledgeable.
Stopping to think here for a second, because I did it with Miyu, I will say that the two people, if it matters at all, that were with us when we first entered the pool area and noted the windows, I believe were Tenko and Kibo.
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it! Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
You get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Tarzan? But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just the rope.
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
You're confusing me. You were definitely on to something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it, no second chances. So obviously the culprit would have wanted to put the body in the tank carefully. Meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how did they get near it? All that we know right now is that there was a rope that connected the windows. Somehow, the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the windows themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. But what would that be? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this. We'll solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Think. Come on, think. Hangman's Gambit. Let's, can I... Crap, is there nothing I can do here? I don't know. What did the culprit fashion to move the body between the windows? I don't know. I don't know. Crap. God, I wish I could look at the truth bullets right now. I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I have no earthly idea what it was. I don't know. Okay, these are our controls. Concentrate only slows things down. You have 7 letters. If you get a single letter wrong, does it tell you, or is it... I got lucky. R... Incorrect. It's not an E. O. Rope what, though? I still don't know what it is. I have 2 letters to go. Ropeway? Is that the word? I don't even know what the fuck a ropeway is. God, this is like the fucking fire grenade bullshit.
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
The hell's a ropeway? Oh, god damn it.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that?
Wow, you got drain damage or something? You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
No, there definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope. Okay, this was also in the demo, and scenes where you have to deduce an image. Mind mine will begin. In this mode, the objective is to dig up the answer. At the beginning, the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Use the L stick to move the cursor and erase the pieces. The circle button. Wait a minute. Pieces will be erased when two or more of the same color connect. The adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. If you do it right, you can remove all the pieces from an object. The trick is to predict how the adjacent pieces will change. When all the pieces on top of an object are gone, you can select the object as the answer. If you select the wrong object, your influence gauge will take damage. If there's just one piece left, you can press the circle button repeatedly to break it. That will incur a time penalty, so don't just button mash. It might sound complicated, but trust me, you'll get it as you play. Thank you for understanding. It's intuitive, but at the same time, matching out those last pieces is kind of annoying. I honestly don't know what the vessel is, unless it was the piranha tank, which is kind of crazy. So multiple things will be revealed here. The inner tube, right? It landed in the pool. Could that be it? There's also some other stuff here. I want to at least see. Is that? What is that? Is that the bed from Yu's lab? There's the ladder. Alright, so these last ones I'm gonna have to get rid of. I'm guessing it's gotta be the inner tube. I don't know what that thing in the bottom left was. Maybe it's like one of the chairs in the pool area?
It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side? Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported two people. The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay.
Oh, someone conferred with them before doing it.
Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Not gonna tell us.
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot! Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
Uh-oh. Daddy's mad at you now.
Huh?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Monodam's right.
Monosuke, you better thank Monodam. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? That's some crazy-ass shit! But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see. The rope was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left it in the pool is obvious. It was nighttime.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
Sounds like a lot of work. I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur!
No, actually. Save for that one mistake. This was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up.
Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Ah, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. We're so close. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
And I don't know who it is. I have no idea. I really feel like it could be anyone at this point. Though the complicated factor of the ropeway and I guess the strength to pull that off and then place Ryoma in the window from the windowsill makes me think it's one of the guys, but I don't know.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Oh, God damn it, not this again. This feels like a certain case in Danganronpa 2 all over again. Yes, I have a good idea who the culprit is.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
I mean, is it Kaito? What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have had to been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. I'm gonna cheat and bring this out to my PS4 menu. Let me think about this. Alright. People that were with us in the bug meeting feels like they wouldn't have been able to do it. So we need to think about the people that were associated with helping set up the magic show. That leaves Himiko, Angie, Kibo, Kaito, and I'm not sure if there's anyone else. I feel like those four are our top suspects. Part of me wants it to be Himiko just because I like the idea of the twist of it turning out to actually be her after the whole, like, she's the most obvious suspect, but it's not her. Then it ends up being her anyway for completely different reasons. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. There's also the matter, there's one thing we haven't looked at, and that's the piece of fabric that we found inside the pool. I have no idea how that would end up in there. Alright, show question. Who is the culprit? Tsumugi was with us in the bug meet, right? Just don't know. I don't know. You gotta pick someone within the next 23 seconds. Please don't be Kurumi. Please don't be Kurumi. It might be Kurumi though. She was also one of the people that helped. God damn, is it Kurumi? Is my bias blinding me? Fuck it, first guess is going to Kaito. It wasn't Kaito, but I remember someone mentioning they went to the gym. I guess it's Kurumi. Fuck. God damn it. The disappointment of it actually being Kurumi sucks. Better not be her, but I guess it is. Maybe it is?
It has to be you.
Fucking A. That sucks. Man.
There's one more thing I still have to confirm. But Kurumi is the prime suspect.
I got played like a fiddle this chapter. Oh, it must have been a joy to listen to for everyone that's already gotten past this point by this date. Damn, that sucks.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
It usually ends up being the person after that minigame.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
To force Kurumi to implicate herself, my logic has to be airtight. There's a hole in her story somewhere. I just have to stay calm and find it. So, wherever I fire this thing, it has to be towards Kurumi, right?
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
Alright, insect meet and greet, but I don't know if this applies. Well, nighttime starts at 10 p.m. And a lot of us were at the entomologist lab by 11.
And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
Okay, Suichi, Kibo, Kyo, Samugi, and Tenko were at the lab from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., so that at least takes care of 1 hour of nighttime. After 5 minutes to 9 p.m., Himiko and Angie joined as well. Kokichi was in the Ultimate Entomologist Lab until 9, and he was with Kurumi from 9 to 10, but not from 10 to 11, right? Kurumi was in the gym a little before 9 p.m. Himiko... It must be this. There's that small window in which she's unaccounted for.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied to be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
She and Ryoma could have in a tube.
We all could have. I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. You have no alibi, do you?
For nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
True, I have no alibi for nighttime, but the others do not have alibis either. Reasoning is too shallow to justify being suspicious. Damn.
I was wrong!
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice...
Are our alibis really not going to mean anything anymore? Akuma file. No. Well, one train of logic could be that for the same reason that Kirumi is skilled enough to pull this off is the same reason she wasn't in the entomologist lab, because Gonta could not get her. She was too good for him.
Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube!
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta. I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. You have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
No, that's not it.
Damn it!
What is it?
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms. Someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube!
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. You have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
No. Oh, what is it?
Damn it!
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube!
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
I don't know. I don't frickin' know.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice
That
body.
probably wasn't right.
She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube!
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
I don't know. Why is this one so hard? What train of logic am I missing? Logic has to be airtight. Where's the hole in her story, though? There, got it.
Wrong!
I want to hear what Suichi says here, because I'm really curious.
No, The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
And this is all based on the fact that we have alibis, being that a lot of us were in the entomologist lab during when this preparation would have had to taken place. My problem is that whether I shot the fact that a lot of us had alibis, whether I shot it at that statement or the previous statement about nighttime, like, I feel like it leads to the same place. So I feel like this one was really nitpicky.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion! While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination, an empty theory created from nihilism.
No, great. Did not want rebuttal showdown right now.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided narrative when you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty. Your entire case falls apart.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess, and then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess. It is nothing more than deception.
This is the conclusion we reached together. It's not just a guess. I have evidence on my side. I'll show her.
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd
window
floor
frame?
window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess.
God damn it, this
and
is so much harder with
assumptions
controller.
and hearsay to that guess. It is nothing more than deception.
Has
I
to
am
be marked
referring to
window
the
frame,
rope.
right? Not the cable, not the alibis.
Now, with that rope,
Don't think it's.
it is
well, it
possible
could
to
be
reach
the
the gym
fabric.
window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
I was wrong!
What, really?
I am referring to the rope.
Oh, was I on the wrong thing? I was.
Now, with that rope,
The window frame.
it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window. But there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
I'll cut through your words! I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
Fuck off, Kokichi.
Is Kirumi quiet cause that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone!
For everyone?
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
Where's this coming from? She's not referring to us. So it's either something she potentially remembered from the flashback light. Could she have seen her motive video? Her response seems genuine. So what did she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
Kaito?
I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, it felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
You son of a bitch.
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to Atua?
Yes, really. So please believe me, I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together.
This feels like a lie.
I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to!
Kirumi!
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else.
Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryoma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well.
She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
They're scared. They're scared that they have no... They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am—
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone.
Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
What truth? All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat. You can't save anyone!
No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty. It must be the piece of fabric. I'm guessing the logic here is that it's from her gloves, and by sliding down the rope by hand, it would have torn the gloves and dropped that piece of fabric. That's my guess anyway. A piece of fabric that was floating in the pool. At first glance, it looks like trash.
This is it! The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle. Because, like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how the black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it all clear now. Oh, that looks cool as shit.
You are incorrect.
Oh, the whole...
What is this truth? That is just
Wait,
your
what?
empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect. What is this truth?
Oh, I see.
That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect.
I'm so bad at this.
What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction.
You have to release at the same time, too. That sucks.
You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect. What is this truth? Ah! In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die! In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake! Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die! In this class trial, I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me
The
as
hell's
culprit.
that?
You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. I only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. Ah! What does that piece of trash prove?
It ends here! The piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and
it fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. We can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means that someone has to be sacrificed. But Kaede was sacrificed too. Scared. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and doubted it. I kept thinking and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
God damn, this sucks. The evidence made of metal the piranhas didn't eat. That would be the handcuffs. Is that unlocked to me? Maybe. I don't know if that's it, though. What was used as a partition in the piranha tank? Portion of the glove, carried the rope. I guess we can try to plug this one in. Nope. There's a different handcuff one for it. Oh, man, this game's closing argument sucks compared to the first two. Let's see. The thin and long item the culprit took from the gym. That would be the rope, right? Let me just do the hand one. Let's see. Hitting the brakes was tougher than expected, so that's the friction. Let's see. What was used to transport the body on the ropeway? Okay, that's the inner tube. Or not. Okay, what was taken from the pool? Okay, there's the piranha tank lid. It's our partition. There we go. Where in the gym was the rope tied? Still one thing locked. Before the murder, what was put on the victim's wrist? There's the handcuff one. The hanged inner tube. And finally, where was the body carried to?
This is the truth of the case! The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym and used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. and shoved his head into the sink filled with water. From the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence: the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime. And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid? Kirumi, That's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive.
Oh, come on. Please do not tell me that someone requested her to kill Ryoma. Please.
But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Kirumi.
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
But we don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodam, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
Alright. Don't think for a second that I have not taken the notice of the fact that if you don't vote, it's death. It's a game over. So why do I get the feeling that eventually that's going to come up and someone's going to refuse to vote? Why do I get the feeling that Himiko's going to become blackened someday and Tenko's not going to vote for her? That's just my guess. Sorry, Kirumi.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
Someone voted for Shuichi. I guess that had to be Kirumi, right? Huh. I wonder, I don't think that happened with Kaede, so I guess you can vote for yourself.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
You're way too forgiving, Danganronpa, because I am terrible at this game. That should not be an A.
Oh my!
You all voted correctly. What an unexpected, unpredictable outcome. The blackened who killed Ryoma Hoshi is Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid.
Ah!
Bravo, bravo.
Thank goodness.
We managed to get through the class trial again.
You gotta be kidding me!
There's nothing good about this at all. Why? Why did it have to be Kirumi?
Yeah.
Truly, this result was unexpected.
Wait!
How can you be so calm about it?
No way.
But Gonta no can believe it. Kirumi was so helpful for everyone. Same Kirumi is also culprit?
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, how long have you been lying to us?
The truth is...
Is that why you took such good care of us? So you could deceive everyone?
Huh?
You mean she's not my mom?
Hey!
She was never your fucking mom.
Damn it.
Hey, Kirumi, tell me, why? You were always thinking about everyone around you. How could you kill someone? Human beings have always always been selfish, self-centered creatures. That's why I hate humans. They burn down the forest we call home. They pollute the rivers we drink from. I'll never forgive humans.
No way!
But that is really a reason to destroy them? Some humans are really nice.
Shut up!
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Even with enough with the commentary already.
Say.
Well, Kurumi, were your feelings towards us another falsehood?
How?
No, it can't be. Say it ain't so. That was just another lie, too?
No.
I don't think so. I still believe Kurumi cares about us.
What?
And how would you know? I can't say for certain, but I can sense that this trial has been agonizing for her. You can't say for certain, That is what a detective would say. Kurumi, are you upset because of the people important to you? You mean like from the motive video? So Kurumi watched hers after all? Earlier, Kurumi mentioned that she had accepted a request. Perhaps that request came from someone important in her motive video?
What's wrong?
Do you have nothing to say for yourself?
I do not agree.
No, that's not it. I'm just lost. Because if I tell you why I did it, you will regret what you've just done. Regret?
Damn.
Spit it out already. Otherwise, we can't accept this outcome.
Please!
Please, Kurumi, tell us. I care about you a lot, and I know the others care about you too. So please.
Understood.
Very well then. If you're all so desperate to know,
I shall take that request.
I will consider this a final request and tell you everything.
Well, you know.
No more lies then. You better just tell us the truth, please and thank you.
Yes.
Yes, I understand.
That is correct.
Your reasoning was exactly right. The reason I murdered Ryoma was because of what I saw in my motive video. As I thought, you did indeed watch your video. Does that mean someone broke the agreement and traded you your motive video? Alright, fess up. Which one of you did it? Close your eyes and raise your hand if it was you. Watch this fucker just raise his hand.
What are you saying?
Why would the one raising their hand need to close their eyes?
May I?
That won't be necessary. I did not trade my motive video with anyone. Huh? If you didn't trade it with anyone, how'd you see your motive video?
Hey!
Perhaps Kurumi received her own motive video.
Huh?
You mean she had her own motive video from the start?
Yes.
Correct. No one had my motive video but me, the video's intended recipient. I have no idea why.
The fuck's going on?
That's not possible. Monokuma, what the hell's going on? You know, I meant to bring this up earlier because it's been bugging me for a while. All this talk about videos being switched, what does that mean exactly? So they were never supposed to be switched in the first place? Don't play dumb. You're the one who switched up all the motive videos.
No.
No, I didn't.
Oh!
Was I not supposed to ask that? Did you cup screw up again?
Huh?
Not supposed to.
Dumbass!
It's all Monofanny's fault. She passed them out without checking the names. What? I didn't know. Monotaro should have checked the names too. Wait a minute. I don't even remember passing out any videos. It was my fault. What?
I'm sorry.
I apologize. I should have been more careful.
No.
No, Monodam. It's not your fault.
Okay.
It's all your fault. I'm sorry too.
Yeah?
It seems I misunderstood.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that the plan all along was to redistribute the videos.
Daddy!
Hey,
It's not your fault at all, kids. It's my fault for forgetting.
Father!
Hey.
What?
What the hell is this mushy feel-good crap?
You stupid!
You're all idiots. I'm through getting along with you dummy bears.
Well now.
I'm sorry to cause so much trouble. Please continue your boring conversation.
I see.
The Monocubs merely distributed the motive videos at random. Receiving my own video was nothing more than bad luck.
Oh, I see.
So you just watched it without knowing why it was given to you?
Hey!
What was in your video?
What's wrong?
Well, you promised to tell us everything.
Yes.
I will tell you the truth in the entirety, but I doubt that everyone will believe it.
So,
If that's the case, why don't we all watch the motive video together?
That's right!
Yes, that would be much better. Let's hurry before Daddy gets bored again. How thorough of you. Yet I suppose it is better this way. Perhaps the truth will be easier to believe if you witness it with your own eyes. After Kurumi had spoken, the Monocubs began playing the video.
all right! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video! Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado...
Want to take any guesses before this goes down? What if Kurumi rather, worked for the mafia that Ryoma killed? That's the guess I'm going with.
Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid. With clients in politics and finance, this elite maid is renowned for completing any request. One fateful day, she was suddenly summoned by one of her most influential clients, the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister had a request of utmost importance. He requested that she use her talent as the ultimate maid to serve her country. He asked Kirumi to make this country great again and transferred all his authority to her.
Alright, NIS America. Knock it off. Knock it off, guys. Please stop dating this game.
No one suspected that the Prime Minister's new secretary was secretly running the country. And over time, she became the de facto Prime Minister.
Excuse me?
Only Kirumi could save the country from impending doom. Yes, the future of the country rests entirely on her capable shoulders. But Kirumi is up to the task, for she only accepts requests that only she can fulfill. She is driven by the belief that her citizens are the most important people in her life. Oh, and while we're on the subject of those important people, an unfortunate event will soon befall those vermin and sheeple. What event, you ask? It's a secret. Find out for yourself.
That's it?
Huh?
It can't be.
What?
The hell? The Prime Minister?
Yes.
Everything you just saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching that video. Remembered?
Wait!
Please, hold on. That video is true?
What is this?
That's ridiculous. There's no way Kurumi's really the Prime Minister.
I do not agree.
No, it's the truth. I am Kurumi Tojo, the ultimate maid, and the most important people to me
This is my selfless devotion.
are the citizens of this country.
I was called upon to lift the country out of a dire situation. I swore to serve and help all its citizens. As the ultimate maid, I have advised politicians many times in the past. But he wanted me to prioritize saving the country from an unprecedented crisis. I fully accepted this request. As a maid, it is a great honor to serve the nation itself.
What did I do?
You're literally confusing the shit out of me, because this makes no sense and I gotta take a dump.
I see.
I see. So Kurumi was the real Prime Minister, running the country behind the scenes.
Huh?
How can you seriously believe that a high schooler could be Prime Minister?
You really don't get it.
I don't think it's odd that an ultimate level talent could be that powerful. I mean, Keyboy's talents let him pretend to be human, even though he's a heartless robot.
How rude!
I am not pretending. I am still learning.
I see.
Well, good luck, I guess.
Incredible.
I was aware of Kurumi's impressive talents, but Prime Minister?
What?
Then Kurumi really is Prime Minister? She hold burden of country's future?
Actually,
The motive video aside, Kurumi doesn't seem like she'd lie about something like that.
Yoo-hoo!
Hey, I get that Kurumi is really important, but what about the unprecedented crisis?
I do not know.
I don't know, actually. Why can't I remember? With our memories lost.
That's...
Wait, isn't this just like the Ultimate Hunt?
That is correct.
Perhaps it is connected to the Ultimate Hunt.
Huh?
The Ultimate Hunt is connected to this unprecedented crisis facing the nation. If that's true, how are they connected? What is this Ultimate Hunt anyway?
I do not know.
I do not know what is happening to the nation, where I am here inside the end wall. That is why I needed to know. I needed to know the most important if the most important people in my life were safe.
This is my selfless devotion.
Because I am duty and honor bound to protect every citizen of this nation.
My apologies.
That is why I needed to escape.
If so...
So you weighed our lives against the lives of everyone else in the nation.
But...
If those are the options, of course you'd pick everyone outside, right? There's just too many lives at stake out there. And we just stopped Kurumi from doing that because we selfishly wanted to live.
I don't like that.
What should we do? Did we make a horrible, terrible mistake? If everyone else dies because Kurumi is dead...
Why?
Doesn't that mean we pretty much destroyed the country? What did we do?
Wait!
Say, what's Monokuma planning to do with the rest of humanity? You know, like, how many people live in this country? Like, 100 million easily.
Always messing around.
No matter how powerful the mastermind is, there's no way they could really.
Bears do not lie.
Bears do not lie.
Hey,
I am the ruler of this world. Nothing is beyond my power.
Huh?
Nothing is beyond your power? What kind of arrogant, ridiculous...
100%.
That is a 100% lie. It is impossible that he could bring disaster to a country.
What are you trying to pull?
'Cause.
You guys act like you can't believe it, but you're all terrified anyway.
Shing!
If you can't believe it, then you're terrified for no reason. Why do humans lie? Why are humans the only animals that tell lies?
Shut up!
Cut it out, this is serious.
Oh?
How long are you gonna keep talking about Kirumi?
Dang it!
Let's talk about Ryoma. It would be a shame to completely neglect him.
Oh, I see.
That's right. We know your motive to kill, but why did you kill Ryoma specifically?
That is...
Because he was easy to kill.
Huh?
Easy to kill?
Weird!
Ryoma not that weak. When he used his Tsukuchi method, even Gonta no could catch.
I do not agree.
His physical strength was irrelevant when he did not have a reason to live.
Do you agree?
Without that, he became the weakest among us.
Huh?
What? I took advantage of his weakness and killed him. What do you mean?
That is...
I told him I had urgent matters to discuss and to meet me in the research lab on the 3rd floor. There, I revealed my motive video, and afterward I told him,
That is correct.
I am responsible for the life of every citizen of this nation, so I must escape this place. He then responded,
Got it.
So, you've got a reason to survive. That's the complete opposite of me. That's good. If you've got something to live for, it means your life has value. After he said that, he told me he would clean up the tennis balls lying around.
And then, he turned his back toward me. At that moment, my determination solidified. A person like him would have noticed my bloodthirst emanating. He already knew. He forfeited his life right then and there. That is correct.
But if that's true, why the struggle by the sink? That is when I decided I must sacrifice his life for my nation and my people. Then Ryoma knew he was going to be killed?
But...
Wait a minute. It's Maki's fault that Ryoma decided he didn't want to live anymore.
What?
Because?
Ryoma only gave up on life after you showed him his motive video. Well, since you didn't watch his motive video, I guess you had no way of knowing.
What are you talking about?
What's your point?
Wait!
Wait a minute. You're talking as if Ryoma saw that motive video. Didn't you just say that he only checked the name and didn't watch the video? Huh? Didn't I say that?
Huh?
What are you getting at?
Well, you know.
I probably shouldn't say anything, but someone has to step up and speak for poor Ryoma.
I told you.
Again, what's your point? That he gave up on life because I showed him his motive video? I'll get to that in a sec, but why do you think Ryoma wanted to see his motive video? Because he was looking for a reason to live, isn't that right, Maki?
Why?
How do you know that?
What?
Swap motive videos? Didn't we agree not to show them to each other?
Yeah.
I remember, because once you watch them, you've got a motive to kill. But if it shows someone important to me, I'd really like to see that.
Hey.
Any idea who'll be in the video?
No.
I don't. That's why I want to see it. Once I know I've got someone important to me, I'll have a reason to live.
Jeez.
If I've got a reason to live, then I've got a reason to escape here with you guys.
In other words,
that video might just give me a motive to live.
Please.
That's true.
You're right. He was looking for a reason to live.
Well, you know.
Which means you shouldn't have shown him his motive video in the first place.
Hey!
What do you mean? What did his video show? Nothing. His motive was empty.
Huh?
Empty?
Okie dokie.
Oh, we're up next. Let's give it a watch, shall we?
All right! Back by popular demand, it's time for the motive video! Who's the most important person in your life? And now, without further ado... This message is for Ryoma Hoshi, the ultimate tennis pro! Unfortunately, there is no one in the world who is important to you. I'm so sorry. Really, I am. You have my deepest sympathies. Sorry.
Damn, son. No one was important to him?
Always messing around.
That was what he was shown? If he saw something like that, he had none to care for, and none who cared for him. He found no motive to live. Because of that, he chose to let Kurumi claim his life.
I see.
So, that's why. He must have just watched that video before I summoned him to meet with me. That's a typo.
It can't be.
He just gave up then?
Damn.
To hell with that. That damn moron.
But...
It's bad to have no reason to live, but it's also bad to have too many reasons to live.
Because...
That's why you did such a terrible thing, right, Kurumi? For too many reasons.
Yes.
You are free to judge me for killing Ryoma. I would bear the burden of being seen as evil for the sake of my nation and its people.
For everyone.
Because that is what it means to serve with selfless devotion. That's why I needed to survive. Sacrificing you all meant saving the lives of men, women, children, and elderly.
My apologies.
I wanted to live. Kurumi. Monokuma, Gonta have question.
You need something?
What is it?
Hey!
Can Gonta be blackened instead of Kurumi?
Huh?
What?
Gonta!
Gonta not smart boy, but even Gonta understand what everyone's saying. Kurumi should live, not Gonta. World needs her. I was thinking the same thing. I don't want to die, but Kurumi's life is way more valuable than mine. Kurumi's got the lives of hundreds of millions of people on her shoulders, right?
Unfortunately.
Logically, Kurumi's survival would result in fewer casualties than our collective survival would.
Jeez.
Maybe it would have been better if we'd gotten the culprit wrong.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Oh, man.
If Kurumi survives, then the nation's future will be secure. Then, what was the point of me doing all this? Why did I reveal the truth? What have I done? Was I wrong? I shouldn't have.
Shuichi!
What kind of face is that, Shuichi? If you're my sidekick, then suck it up.
Huh?
Hey!
That goes for all of you. To hell with all this value of life shit.
All right!
Life's not just something. You can't trade it or put a price on it. Kaito.
Listen up.
And your life doesn't just belong to you. It's for your parents, your grandparents, your friends, even your neighbors.
I mean...
It's not something you can just decide to throw away on your own.
Don't worry about it.
So we didn't do the wrong thing. Life's purpose is to be lived. As long as you stay alive, anything's possible. You can even go to the stars.
Of course!
So I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I want to live. I haven't even traveled to space yet. There's no way in hell I'm gonna die here.
Jeez.
That idiot's talking again.
But
he's right. I mean, you're right too. He is an idiot, but he's right.
So divine!
An to a damned idiot. I don't know why, but idiots always fill me with inspiration.
Shut up!
Hey, shut up. I told you to stop calling me an idiot.
But...
Maybe his stupid speech is just what we needed to hear. Kurumi certainly looked shaken by it.
Huh?
Shaken?
Because?
Do you really think someone as desperate to live as Kurumi would give up so easily? Of course not. In fact, she probably still hasn't given up even now. She was hoping that learning the truth would make one of us volunteer to die in her place.
Huh?
What?
But
Monokuma would never allow a Blackened to escape punishment, so maybe she wanted everyone to rebel, so she could use that as cover to escape on her own. How about it, Kurumi? Am I close? You are the most detestable cretin I have ever met. You knew exactly what I would attempt, yet allowed me to explain anyway.
Huh?
What he said was true?
You mean?
You tried to trick Gonta? Tried to trick everyone?
Really?
Seriously, you backstabbing cunt.
Cut it out.
Enough. She was just trying to stay alive in her own way. Nobody can blame her for that.
That is correct.
That's right. I must survive. Because I carry the weight of an entire nation on my shoulders. I would not have killed Ryoma if I was so easily deterred. This request will not be fulfilled until I have brought joy to every citizen of this nation.
You must live.
So no matter what, I cannot die. That is why I killed Ryoma. Even now, I refuse to give up.
Huh?
Kurumi.
I see.
You still refuse to give up. So, what do you intend to do?
You must live.
I intend to live. I must survive, no matter what it takes. If I must debase myself, so be it. I would drink filth and eat carrion to survive.
I will survive!
I will do anything to survive. Anything! She screamed and she started running. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It was a completely undignified exit.
I have to escape! I won't die here!
There's no way I'm letting you leave here! It was ugly and raw and feral. She just ran as fast as she could. I heard my voice call out. Run!
Damn it!
Run! Run, Kurumi!
Please run!
Hurry!
Run, please!
Damn!
Hey!
Like I said, I'm not letting you leave.
Please!
I will live! I refuse to die in a hellhole like this!
Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Kirumi Tojo, the ultimate maid!
For my nation! For my people!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
I will not die!
Yeah!
Really?
Why, Monodam? Why did you kill Monosuke?
It's okay.
If you need to vomit, let it out. You will feel much better afterward. Monosuke, he was no different from Monokid. Yeah, and I hated doing his voice, so thanks, Monodam. He was getting in the way of us getting along.
It's fine.
We don't need him.
Yeah?
Don't need him.
Let's get along.
Few remaining Monocubs. We must get along.
We are all friends.
No matter what, we must always get along. Not even Father can stop us from getting along.
I will not forgive that.
Not if he knows what is good for him.
Huh?
Wonderful.
This academy belongs to us. The age of the Monocubs begins now. How dare you take that rebellious tone with me, young man?
That's nice.
And yet this angsty attitude of yours is just so cute.
They're so cute.
It's so cute how your little crew has shrunk by one member. Yep, shrunk. You're not getting any larger, you know.
They're so freaking cute.
All this cuteness makes me feel like I'm about to sneeze.
How horrible!
Ugly bitch? What the fuck? Who you calling an ugly bitch?
Stop it!
It doesn't matter. Now's not the time for that. Kurumi.
I don't like that.
I can't take this anymore. Even Kurumi was killed so brutally. I don't want this anymore. Am I gonna end up like that too?
I'll protect you!
I won't let that happen, Himiko. I'll protect you no matter what. I'll protect you no matter what. But I don't want to do this anymore either. Please, let's just stop this killing game. I don't care if we stay trapped here forever.
Come on, come on!
Oh? Isn't that what Atua said?
'Cause Atua says so.
All desire, even your desire to escape this place, can corrupt you beyond redemption. It's Monokuma who is corrupt. He is the one who distributed the motive videos.
I see, yes.
Those videos were more dangerous than we thought to have driven Kurumi that far.
That's true.
What worries me is, as long as we're trapped here, we don't know what's true or false.
Okay.
That must be why Kurumi did not want to show the videos. She thought that if everyone felt the same murderous rage that she did, this killing game would be pure chaos. She wanted to stop it.
Hey!
If that's the case, then we really shouldn't show our videos to each other.
Of course!
That was our consensus from the beginning, not including you, of course.
However...
I had assumed Kokichi would try to show us our videos to get under our skin. But that did not come to pass. What, I wonder, were his intentions? I'd never do anything like that. I'm still thinking about what Kurumi said. What Kurumi said? Everything you just saw is true, though I only remembered it upon watching that video.
That's...
what she said earlier, correct?
Huh?
Huh? What about it? She said she remembered, and it didn't sound like a lie either.
I see.
Maybe the video had the properties of a flashback light if it made her remember.
What?
Huh? The properties of a flashback light?
Okay.
Still, how could Kurumi remember something she never should have forgotten? Serving the entire nation seems too important for her to just forget. That's true. Does that mean we have motives to kill that we'll remember by watching our videos? And if that's the case, maybe it's for the best that we don't watch the videos. As long as we don't see the motives, we won't know videos. We won't know our motives.
Okay,
Yeah, now I'm convinced. It's probably for the best. Those motive videos would mess us up. It's better if we just believe in each other.
Yeah.
That's right. It's best that we not remember our motives for everyone's sake.
Oh dear.
Hearing you speak of everyone's sake is the least believable lie I've heard.
That's so mean.
How rude. I'm not doing stuff for everyone's sake. I'm always doing stuff for everyone's sake.
It's a lie.
I'm sure you won't believe me when I say stuff like that, so I'll just keep lying. But maybe seeing Harumi's final moments has made me change my views.
Because?
She tried to escape until the very end. Running away to live might not be a bad idea.
You're right.
Maybe facing the truth isn't enough.
That's right.
Yeah, true. It's okay to run sometimes. You just gotta win in the end. That's all you gotta do. And with that, the second class trial ended for us. A Pyrrhic victory. We had still lost a friend. What is the end Kaito spoke of? And how do we reach it? I don't know. I still don't know. When we returned from the courtroom, the area was already blanketed in darkness.
For now.
We should rest. To me, that seems the most rational course of action.
You're right.
My brain's out of juice from going full throttle all day.
Why, you?
Like you even have a brain to use.
I won't forgive you!
Anyway, this killing game is over. I won't allow it to go on.
It'll be okay.
It'll be fine. As long as we listen to Atua, we'll all be just fine.
What's wrong?
What's wrong, Gonta? Why are you staring up at the sky? It just... Even when all this bad stuff happens, Star's always so pretty.
But
Star's here different, not the same ones Gonta used to. Different? Do you mean the position of the stars? Yeah, Gonta looking, but no confined star he remembers.
Why?
But why? Were we taken somewhere far away? Far away? Hey, let's all head back already. I'm wiped out. Shouldn't you be noticing this difference, Kaito?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hold on. I have to tell you guys something.
Huh?
What now? Like I said, I'm wiped out.
Well, you know.
Now, it won't take that long. Just listen to what I have to say.
What is it?
Well then, what is it that you have to say? Everyone seems to be treating me like some kind of compulsive liar.
You get it?
But that's ridiculous. There's a way worse liar than me in our group.
Huh?
Liar worse than you? I'm talking about Maki.
Huh?
What?
What?
What do you mean Maki's a liar?
Ah.
Maki admitted it during her the class trial, remember? Ryoma wanted her to show him his motive video because he was looking for a reason to live.
Well, you know.
But that wasn't the whole story. Ryoma was blackmailing you, wasn't he, Maki?
Huh?
But blackmail? Ryoma just so happened to discover Maki's true identity. So he used that to blackmail her. I bet he said something like, if you don't show me my motive video, I'll tell everyone what you really are. That's why Maki didn't want us to know she met with Ryoma.
Which means...
She wanted to keep her true identity a secret. That's why she kept quiet until the last minute.
Hold on!
Why you? What shit are you making up now? Maki's true identity? What? I've known Maki's true identity the whole time. For a moment there, I thought Maki had disappeared. She moved so fast. Holy shit.
You know, this is an interesting turn of events. But would you really kill me in front of everyone?
Hey, Maki, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, you can probably snap my neck like a twig right now. But that's not your style. You would rather kill from the shadows. Right, Miss Ultimate Assassin?
Well, how about that? servant's gloves. Man, that sucks. Part of me hates this game. Really, really hates this game. So I had no idea that Kurumi and Ryoma would be our two victims in this case, the two that we would lose. Though it might look a little suspicious in a retrospect because I did spend free time with both of them. But I honestly had no idea. Man, I'm bummed out Kurumi's dead. I legitimately liked her. That sucks. And so now Maki's the ultimate assassin, huh? Well, that explains why there's nothing about her character that gives off a child care vibe. But that then begs the question of, how does Kokichi even know that? I suppose he could have seen her motive video. That is possible, right? I'm not sure. Oh, a lot of unanswered questions now. One thing I'm wondering is this whole impending crisis, an unprecedented crisis. It makes me think that this game is in the same world, and it makes me think that this is actually a prequel, that this game is set before Danganronpa 1 and 2. That's my guess right now. And I don't know why there would be an ultimate hunt prior to the events of Danganronpa 1, around the time that the events of the Danganronpa 3 Hope arc takes place. Or is it Hope? Is that what it's called? I can't remember what it's called. But the one that's like a prequel. Makes me wonder if it's like set around then. I don't know. I have no idea what the hell's going on. And one other thing that I've been meaning to bring up for ages now, because it wasn't lost on me. I just haven't found a good opportunity to bring it up. But one of the mysteries like buried in the first case is the fact that Rentaro's ultimate talent was never revealed. Now, assuming that what we've seen in the last chapter is correct, that we really are ultimates who had their memories replaced and then brought back by Monokuma to start this killing game, that means he had to have had some sort of ultimate talent. And even Monokuma said at the end of the first trial that maybe it would have played a role had he stayed alive, but he died. So I was thinking, well, in previous games, the characters who had their ultimate talents hidden went on to play really big roles. So why kill him off at the very beginning without ever saying what it is? Does that mean there's no way we'll ever find out? But then it dawned on me that there is a way we can find out. And that is if we ever find his ultimate research lab. I mean, I don't know where that would be right now, but if more of the campus opens up and that reveals itself, well, maybe we'll find out something about what his talent was, and maybe that'll play some kind of important role that we don't quite know of right now. All right, I think that's all the thoughts I have right now. Man, I suck at this game. That class trial, I guess it was a little bit better than the last one, but a couple of those really kicked my ass and it wasn't great. When we pick up next time, we will start chapter 3. And something tells me I'm going to be making an effort to try to get to know Maki and see what her story is. I think with only 12 characters are left, so 11 for me to spend time with, I'm going to be trying to shoot to figure out what's going on with Maki. She's now the most interesting member of this cast. All right, see you guys in the next one.